Stalker 2's launch may have been hindered by an abundance of bugs and technical glitches, but there is no denying that even the mere existence of such a product is nothing short of a miracle. GSC Game World have been working on Stalker 2 through difficult conditions and challenges, and to have a visually stunning and mostly functioning open-world game at launch is something that deserves to be applauded. We at GamingBolt are huge fans of the Stalker series and absolutely love Stalker 2, but there is no denying that it launched with certain issues, which had to be addressed by the developer. Not too long after the game's launch, the developer promised that they will be addressing all of the game's issues through a series of patches, and so far it seems that GSC Game World are making good on those promises.
Is that him? Give it to me. We need to run compatibility tests. Check everything is all right. Oh, yes. Of course. You must be tired. Oh, here.
Beginning with patch 1.0.1, GSC Game World pushed out fixes for over 650 bugs. These include addressing issues with AI, like getting stuck and not reaching the location or missions, thus resulting in blockers for the next stage. Approximately 100 crashes have been fixed, including those potentially occurring from memory leaks, alongside various audio bugs. Several balance adjustments were also implemented, like artifacts costing more, thus providing more revenue when selling, and decreased repair costs for weapons and armor. Mutants deal moderately less damage on rookie difficulty, and armor durability was made 12.5% higher. Mutants also have seen nerfs, like the Bloodsucker taking more damage from firearms and having less HP regeneration when exiting combat. The HP values for the Burer, Boar, Flesh, and Controller have also been moderately reduced. Unfortunately, it didn't include fixes for A-Life 2.0, though GSC Game World said that they were working to address issues in future patches. For those who are unaware, Stalker games feature a dynamic and emergent gameplay system called A-Life. It concerns how NPCs behave with the player and amongst each other, resulting in completely unpredictable scenarios. The next iteration of A-Life, dubbed A-Life 2.0, was assumedly included in Stalker 2. The problem was completely broken. Given that one of the major features of Stalker 2 was broken or didn't work as intended, a lot of fans were annoyed, understandably so. However, GSC CEO Levgen Grigorovich revealed in an interview with IGN that the A-Life implementation issues were down to optimization challenges. Quote, "But to make it work, we had to optimize some things, and they make A-Life work in many situations, not as it should. Also, we created some bugs not long ago before release with NPCs spawning in the air and dropping back to the bottom. They should actually spawn in the terrain. Why it happened, I don't know. And also, we had some bugs with AI behavior." So all these things connected make it look like it's very broken and not working. But we are now continuing working on optimization part to bring more resources to the A-Life system to increase the range where A-Life is actually visualized, Grigorovich explained. So it was clear that A-Life was broken, but GSC confirmed that they will be looking into it and will be fixing the issues related to it in future patches. This was then followed by patch 1.0.2, which included bug fixes for 6 missions along with error messages. Though not as big of a patch as 1.0.1, patch 1.0.2 ensured players that the developers are on the case and are working hard to further improve the game. On December 3rd, GSC Games released a new patch titled 1.0.3. This addressed multiple crashes and memory leaks, control adjustments related to mouse soothing, acceleration, camera, and aim sensitivity. This patch also included several fixes for main and side missions, along with AI resolutions for a certain NPC who would block doors during the Back to the Slag Heap mission. Once again, with these smaller patches, GSC more or less assured Stalker 2 players that more fixes were on the way. More recently, GSC released patch 1.1. A major update for the first time also addressed A-Life issues among 1,800 other fixes. It offers numerous improvements for A-Life 2.0, with more NPCs now roaming the zone and correcting an issue preventing them from exiting in the offline state. NPCs will no longer spawn behind the player, and the distance they're visible is, quote, greatly extended. Other welcome changes include A-Life NPCs actually attacking enemies to expand their territory. Players should also see more encounters with them and a greater diversity of groups encountered, with different sizes and factions. General improvements have also been made to the AI, including NPCs quickly detecting crouched players, entering doors without opening them, teleporting to restricted areas, and more. According to player reports, A-Life fixes are already making the game better. A user on Reddit, Used Newspaper 1775, reported that they didn't witness any instances where an enemy would randomly spawn behind them and no NPCs were despawned all of a sudden. They also came across a scenario where they witnessed fights between bandits and stalkers for territory, and when they returned back to the area, they were still fighting organically. However, not everything has been fixed as expected. The draw distances for NPCs is still less, and they can actually disappear from your view at a certain distance. Note that they didn't actually disappear forever, and once you are near them, they will be visible again. Regardless, A-Life still needs more polishing and fixes before it truly reaches its 2.0 state. It must be noted that GSC Game World has plans for story expansions in the future, and it's safe to assume that those won't be coming anytime soon until they polish Stalker 2 to a sheen. And to be fair, the game, even with a broken A-Life, was simply superb. The world design, atmosphere, combat, and music were excellent. So with a fully functional A-Life, the game would be like an outstanding experience, making the world feel more alive and organic. To be honest with you, I wasn't expecting fixes for A-Life so soon. I was under the impression that they would be at least a few months away. To see it being fixed to a certain extent is excellent news for Stalker fans, and I cannot wait to jump into the game. One thing is for sure, GSC will continue to patch the game in the future, something they're committed to again in their latest patch notes. Quote, "We will continue working on the game, listening to your combats and reviews to investigate all possible issues and solve them as soon as possible," they said. Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl, as it stands now, is a complete blast, and I cannot wait to see how the game's developer and its massive modding community continue to evolve the game in the coming months. For now, the developers at GSC Game World are doing a fantastic job, something they need to be appreciated for. And that'll be about it for this one. If you guys like what we're doing at GamingBolt, please consider subscribing to our channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.